What made the nice friend freak out? My friend Garrett had always been self-conscious about being the boring friend in our group. It got bad when we were pre-gaming for our friend Cody's birthday, and his girlfriend Jenna laughed and said, "You know, honestly, Garrett, you're the boring friend in the group, but we still love you for it." The room went quiet. I immediately said, "Jenna, that's so rude. Apologize now." Jenna tried to backtrack. "I meant reliable, like responsible," but the damage was done. Garrett forced a laugh, said it was fine. He knew what she meant. That night, he got blackout drunk for the first time. Boring Garrett is dead. Garrett continued to surprise us after that. Monday morning, he texted our group chat with paintball reservations, then escape rooms, then bar crawls with custom t-shirts he designed. Soon, our schedules were more packed than they ever were before. He picked up new hobbies like DJing, learned mixology from YouTube, and threw amazing themed parties every weekend. Remember Boring Garrett? Became our running joke, but we said it with affection now. His Instagram got filled with adventure pics. His mom commented on everything, saying she loved seeing him come out of his shell. Even we were impressed. The best idea was when he bought a party bus for weekend trips and a pole and a karaoke machine. We were exhausted trying to keep up, but nobody wanted to complain. He was trying so hard, and we loved his new free spirit. But then the activities got reckless. Garrett started taking us to abandoned buildings at night, calling it conquering the city. Floors had holes, ceilings dripped unknown liquids, but we went along because the adrenaline was addictive and it was super fun spooking each other. The worst idea was when he picked us up in a sports car he'd borrowed from a friend. While on the road, a Mustang cut in front of us aggressively, weaving between roads. Garrett matched his gear and suddenly started speeding, hitting 150 on the interstate. I gripped the door handle so hard my knuckles went white. "Stop!" Our friends yelled over and over, but Garrett continued speeding with a grin. Cars honked as we weaved between lanes. When Garrett finally pulled over at a rest stop, he was cackling. "Did you see their faces? We smoked them." Cody stumbled out and threw up in the grass. Jenna called her dad sobbing, begging him to pick her up. Garrett's smile didn't waver. "Wow, that was fun." We stood under those harsh rest stop lights, finally seeing the truth. He'd never stop pushing boundaries. Our friend Celine spelled it out. "We're done, Garrett. Don't contact us anymore." His whole body went rigid. "You told me you wanted fun. You're all liars." We left him there with the car, called our Ubers, blocked his number that night. That should have been the end. 3 months passed in peaceful silence before the text came to all our phones simultaneously. "Meet me at the rooftop of the abandoned office building downtown in 1 hour, or I visit your families for game night." Attached were photos of our houses and parents' cars. The rooftop was a nightmare where Garrett had laid steel beams between buildings, 8 stories up, 30 feet across, maybe 8 inches wide with wind whipping around us. "Tonight's ultimate trust exercise," Garrett announced while pulling out a handgun. "You're all gonna cross together for the most fun I've ever planned." Celine stepped forward slowly. "Garrett, please listen to me before you do something you'll regret." The gunshot was so loud that Celine screamed and crumpled, clutching her arm. Blood seeped between her fingers as Garrett waved the gun. "No more talking, only walking." He threw a rope at Cody's feet. "Tie yourselves together at the waist because when one falls, you all feel it." We wrapped Celine's arm with Cody's jacket before connecting ourselves with rope. Garrett perched on the ledge with his gun trained on us. "Move now, or do I need to shoot another boring person?" I went first on metal slick with evening dew. Every step made the beam bounce until wind knocked me to my knees halfway across. The rope jerked everyone forward while Jenna shrieked behind me, "Keep going!" Garrett laughed like this was better than any escape room. Cody's foot slipped, but he caught himself, though the weight yanked Celine sideways. Her wounded arm couldn't grip and she dangled over the edge while the rope cut into my waist. Jenna and I hauled her up while Cody anchored himself. "This is insane and we're going to die," Cody sobbed. "No," Garrett called out cheerfully. "This is fun because boring people take bridges." We made it across through pure terror and collapsed, gasping for air. Garrett stood up applauding. "See how you'll remember this forever." "Your turn," I screamed across the gap. "If you're so fun, then you cross." His smile flickered when Cody yelled the magic words. "Come on, fun Garrett, or are you boring?" That word made Garrett strut onto the beam. Halfway across, we grabbed the beam and shook it violently until Garrett fell. He hit the fire escape on the 6th floor, bounced off an awning on the 4th, crashed through scaffolding on the 2nd. The gun went off during the fall. When he hit the alley, he was twisted but moving, and even from 8 stories up, we could hear him laughing. "Did you see that perfect bounce?" Garrett survived with a shattered spine and reconstructed leg. Even if they placed him in jail, he was now paralyzed from the waist below, but his situation didn't stop him. What else do you think we should do? Blindfolded mountain climbing? Maybe visit Chernobyl over spring break. Last week, Jenna got surveillance footage of him teaching inmates to build zip lines from bed sheets. Even behind bars, boring isn't in Garrett's vocabulary.